everybody, today we're going to be making a mitten, and because we don't want our mitten to get lost in the snow like Maddie's just in the story, we are going to add some patterns with it, some line patterns, making different kinds of lines, okay? So to make our mitten today, we're going to need a piece of paper, a pencil, and then something for color. Mrs. Zen's going to use some markers and some crayons today, okay? So let's get started. To get started, we're going to be thinking about using the hand that we do not write with, okay? So the hand that we're going to trace the hand we don't write with, and we're going to try and put it as close to the middle of the paper as possible. We're holding our paper up and down, long, skinny, hot dog direction. Today we're going to hold our fingers together nice and tight, okay? Because we're going to, except for our thumb, which is going to stick out like this, because we want it to end up looking kind of like a mitten. All right, so I'm going to start with my pencil down here, and I'm going to slowly, just carefully kind of trace around those mittens, like fingers like that, so that when I get done, and I'm going to go down on my wrist a little bit, on my arm a little bit, so I have a rectangle down here at the bottom. Okay, so it's a good mitten shape up here at the top, and here's a thumb over here, so that's really looking pretty nice. So then I want you to choose a color, either of marker, marker or crayon, and I'm using a crayon, and I'm just going to outline what I just traced, okay? It doesn't have to be exact, because we are going to try and make it look as much like a mitten as possible. Okay, so when we're done with that part, we're going to just put a line across right here like this for the cuff or that bottom part of the mitten, okay? And then I'm going to divide that into some lines like this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces, okay? Then you can start right away with your markers if you like, or crayons if you like. And what I'm going to do is start all the way up here at the top, and I'm going to start with a spiral line. Remember, that's when we draw a loop like this, and a loop, and a loop, and a loop. Okay, then next I'm going to switch to a different color. I'm going to use green this time, and I'm going to do a zigzag line. And remember, that's our line that has a mountain, and a mountain, and a mountain. Okay. All right, my next line I'm going to use an orange color marker, and this is going to be a scalloped line, and it's going to look like I'm writing the letter U, and the letter U, and the letter U, and the letter U, like that. Okay. All right, my next line, I'm going to use purple, and this is that pumpkin tooth line. It looks like the teeth of a pumpkin, okay, or the top of a castle wall. I'm going to go over, up, across, and down, over, up, across, and down. See how it starts to look like the teeth of a pumpkin, or maybe a half a zipper. Okay, so that is our castle or zipper line. Okay, my next line is going to be, I'm going to use blue for this line, and it's going to be a dotted line, and I'm going to just draw little dots all the way across my mitten. Okay, my next line is going to be a curved line, okay? And it's just like a windy road, okay? I'm going to start over here and curve and curve and curve, and this is going to go all the way around to the thumb. All right. My next line is going to be a straight line, so I'm going to go back to red again. And this is going to be just a straight line all the way across my mitten like that. Okay. Then I'm going to come up here and finish up that thumb because it was dots, 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 and then I stopped a little too soon. Okay, so I'm going to finish with the dots over here in my thumb like that. Okay, then next I'm going to get a black crayon or a black marker, And I'm going to put some big snowflakes. Remember how we sometimes make star snowflakes, sometimes we make circle snowflakes. Okay, so I'm putting big snowflakes all the way around my mitten. Underneath it, all the way around, some nice, great big snowflakes. All right, then when your snowflakes are all done, I'm going to use some crayon to color in my mitten. Okay, so maybe I'm going to start thinking about rainbow colors. Here for the bottom or the cuff, I'm going to color part of it red, like that. You can color it any colors you want. You don't have to do the same colors I'm doing, but I do want you to think about the same line patterns up here. But in the cuff, you can color it any colors you would like to have it be. And then maybe yellow next. And then maybe green next. And then my last little piece over here is going to be blue. All right, and then next, I'm going to choose a color for the main part of the mitten. And because I don't want to cover up all those nice lines and everything that I drew, I'm going to use a nice light touch when I'm coloring, okay? So I'm not going to color too hard, but I am going to use a nice soft light touch, okay? All right, so see how I'm just using a nice light touch, and it is adding some color to the middle of that mitten without covering up those nice line patterns that we made, okay? All right. And then as soon as that background is done, we're done, okay? So be creative, have fun with your color and your line patterns and your mitten. Bye.